I forgot to turn it on live. I've just been here talking away. Oh, sometimes crazy. I am coming. I've been here. Carol wrote me to say, my fan's awake. I'm like, well, I'm already talking. All right, so let's see. I was explaining about the expo. And can someone let me know that you see me and hear me, Carol, before I continue to rattle to myself? So anyway, I did not end up, well, I did prepare for it, was all ready, set the whole day, waiting for someone to show up. And here it was something like how she has 50 people and everyone, she wants to work with each other. And okay, thanks, Marianne. And it was just, I don't have time to just sit and do nothing. So I said, I'm not doing this. And I don't know, queer things. Thank you, Marianne and Carol. I'm sorry. So, yes, and this is my talk. This is me from 1996. It's a soul portrait. And my talk was about as within, so without. But this is the first I had seen about the earth is within each of us. And quite powerful. Hawk wings, dolphins, a lot of gems. But yeah. So that's what I was going to talk about, why I had moved it on my wall down to where you could see it. And I didn't do my talk. I gave them my day that I had channeled Mother Mary, that she gave everyone the love that she was given to love Jesus. How's everybody? Can you feel that? Do you recall it in? Just wondering how, after we do something like that, that you all get to experience it. Here comes a sweeping thing. Who knows? So I hope you can always go back on YouTube and listen to it again until you can really begin to hone in. And I would say that one of the major gifts that you want to elevate and begin to really work with is the impression. Because the more you grow, the more you become who you are. And it's all about the ability for you to maneuver with your impression. Good morning, Tierney. So after that, Douglas, my husband, and I, we went over to the water and watched a group of people ride the horses. They take them out in the water and they swim while they're riding it. So we were sitting there for an hour. It was a very beautiful day. And yes, I am here. I've been here, just didn't know I wasn't there. So here's the good news. Starting Friday at 11, I'm going to have a new, I hesitate to give it its name now, but St. Germain sat with both my husband and I last night, and we are going to offer an experience together through St. Germain, and it is going to be a higher level of elevation of your light that it will bring about. Octaves of this, octaves of that. It will be a donation, And probably tonight we will get it up and on board. It'll be very powerful. And we're very excited. Yes. So I hope you all can find some freedom for Friday on this channel at 11. And it will be the two of us, which we understand that is why we were brought together, for us to work together. So it is quite exciting, and I'm sure it'll be quite profound. Douglas is quite learned about the masters. So, yeah. So, part of me wants to just keep sitting here and wishing all of you many, many blessings. And Mary Ann, I want to say to you today that today is the first day I saw the sun, and it was just round. No rays, nothing else, just a big round sun. I mean, all this time we've been talking about that, we had not seen it that way. So I don't know what it means. You know, I think our world is beginning to make shifts from preparing for this golden age. And I think part of the course we're going to talk about, we haven't found exact the word we want to give it yet. Learning, perhaps. And it'll be a weekly thing. But you'll walk away always very much touched by the profoundness of it all. And probably not something everyone would be able to tap into on their own. So we were very honored and very honored to be able to share it with everyone. So Lauren, I think always when something shifts that brings more love, open possibilities to you is wonderful. So I'm going to keep you in my prayers and keep wishing you blessings in however your day looks and whoever's there isn't there, because that is the goal, is that every day you walk in the light. Tiani, you are one of the people I knew that this work we're going to share and experience with all of you would be someone that would really enjoy. So, yeah, Saint Germain lets everybody be grateful to him and his willingness to come out, not just have it be writings, but to have him to be able to speak. Yeah, good morning, Dream Tooth. You're welcome, Lauren. I would think everybody is probably beginning to feel more lifted. And there is a piece that I know we will share. And like I said, I don't have all the words right now, but it's about being a parent and how to be with your children. You know, I would think being a parent and being a child of parents, usually you would think that you're in charge. But the way Saint Germain was sharing it with us, it's a whole different world in the light and how to be with children and how to be with yourself as a parent. So that's just one little piece of everything. And it'll do a lot of explanation of patterns and why your world and who you are is the way it is. And it's exciting. All right. Yep, it's going to be, I'll know more tomorrow and definitely by Wednesday. It'll still be on the same channel. It'll be at 11, and it'll be the two of us that will be with Saint Germain. And I have not had any understanding that there'll be any of the other masters, but we're not going to limit anything. All right. There's a new way of life coming, and life has been in its process of change and letting go and becoming all along. But what we're going to do is help you become a part of that with an understanding that will be more palatable to who you are. All right. So, any questions today from anyone that you might want me to talk more about? I want to call Mother and Father in and let them come into your heart and bring them in with a great depth of a breath and aliveness. And certainly if you have any other friends and maybe they've had some reasons they haven't come, maybe see if you can share with them to come, because it will be different than these 3 days that I do with you. It'll be wonderful. Saint Germain himself holds a wondrous power of development, learning, and light. So, good. Yes, Tiani, did you have a question? I think the information that we're going to give will not be known by any of you. I could be wrong. We were amazed at the understandings that are going to come. So, change is maybe something a lot of you wait for, and yet it's occurring. Every time you take a breath, it's different. Every time you think about you, it's different. And maybe that's the piece you're not really embracing, is that the power of who you are and what you're doing is transforming you immediately, always. That's wonderful, Lauren. I'm so glad to hear that. You must really be thrilled. And all those around you will be able to experience the difference. Okay. I looked around back because I kind of forgot what I was mulling through on Thursday. I told you about the lady, what's her name? Cian de Rohan. And that she has a series of books. First one is Right Use of Will. This one is the Heart Song. And it says, vibrating heartlessness to let heart in. Now, I read these so long ago. And this will be one more edition that we're going to be bringing to all of you to have you understand that God and all his beings of light and the angels are all around us. Kristen Miller, good morning. Well, Remember, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm here at 11. And now we're going to be also starting this week here at Fridays on 11. It'll be both myself and my husband. So, always grateful to have you come. Let me see if I can see your picture. Yeah, there you are. So certainly if you have any questions, ask. With the infusions, I have difficulty in finding the words to let those of you who haven't taken participation with them in their shifting and illuminating and light experience they're having with their consciousness. It's just amazing. Yes, we don't always have to love every moment we're living, but if we can bring ourselves into the understanding of the alignment of what you're really calling forth from deep within your heart, then we allow it to understand it more. Good. Well, Jenny, somehow I keep wanting to come back up to your image. What's new for you to tell me about? Anything? There has to be. Unless you've moved away from our channel. Dream tooth, every time I look at you, I think of dentist. And that could be another whole conversation that we all have. Yeah. Kristen Miller says, I'm having trouble with my son. He is a universal being, 14 years old and unhappy at school and in my town with me. Children are one of our greatest challenges in our own development. And on Friday, we'll talk about it. Jermaine brought through some understandings, which I don't want to talk out of the criteria we have. But the best thing for you to do, is have the love in your heart and radiate it. Try not to see it with the parts of your mind or your consciousness that already have a judgment of what something should look like, should feel like, and even their respond and how it looks and how it feels like. You need to just be the love. I know it sounds difficult. And how do you do that? I will talk to you more on Friday about that. And understand that there probably is not a parent that doesn't have trouble with their children. It's kind of an intention that way, come to find out. So find peace within yourself, Kristen, and ask for your angels to come in and around you to give you a new perception. Let's do it that way. Ask for a new perception, and perhaps that'll begin to open a new door. So good morning, Marby. I'm glad to see you're here with us. And Danny, I still didn't see that you wrote to me. You must have came on and took off, flew away. All right. So everyone feels very illuminated today. Today is Monday. A new day, new beginning of the week. And then I could also say to you, or is it? Tanny's still there. Well, do you have any news from down in that Africa lovely energy to share with us today? And Kristen says, thank you. Yes. This is what we're going to be doing, is delving into another whole level of what this time on earth right now is for another level of development of you and identifying your own state of consciousness as we do that. So, all right. So we're going to bring the beloved I am presence bright. Round us seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep our temple free from all discord sent to us, calling forth the violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name as we are one with the violet flame. 3 times faster and faster and faster. Do it throughout your day. If you're feeling uncomfortable or feeling angry, angry is not a part of your makeup unless you are learning to heal it. So, Babaji just blinked his eyes at me. So we need to help you find peace, happiness, freedom, and how to be. That word being is a very interesting word. We are a human being, and we can be a certain way in so many different choices with whomever we probably change, with whoever's in front of us. And why does that happen? Because they're sitting in the energy, let's say, of disgruntledness. Like, I can definitely, not to have you be an example, Lord, but a lot of times you come with your anger at yourself or other people. And today is quite a different you we get to meet. One who's loving and embracing and honoring. If we could only begin to learn, each of us, about ourselves in that way, life would be different. We are not meant to be in the trauma. So here's Tiani, busy with the process of moving from Africa to Australia, still staying south. Well, that sounds very exciting. Is this due to work? But really, we're all in a process of change. What we're going to find that we're all being existent in somewhere where we haven't been yet before. And it's a good thing. It hasn't been good where everybody's been. So let's look forward to it. And what we can allow ourselves to do is bring the positive understandings of peace and acceptance. Yes, he's gone because of work and family. Well, I wish you many blessings. And to know that each step you walk, your light is there for you. And let your heart walk with Babaji and Jesus in your heart showing you the way. I feel there's a couple times where your head might kind of get stuck and don't want to go there with it. But I want you to be determined that you're always coming from that loving, deep, honoring space of who you are. And all should flow easily. And I think there's others of you that are having difficulties, I'll say, or thinking separations. I mean, these are all good things to have coming up if they haven't made you happy where you were. So you need to let and gather up all that negative thoughts and let the angels take them away from you. And then you'll have the possibility to really take in deep breaths, almost like what it's like to stand on an island and breathe in the air as it moves over the clear water. That's what we were able to experience yesterday, is the breath of the wind off the water, so illumined with clarity. And to see sometimes the people riding the horse yesterday, you wouldn't see even the horse, just the head. So what a challenge that people do by taking that journey. And in one aspect, they have something to sit on, but there must be a point in time where it floats itself, and so does the human. And yeah, it was just very interesting. And it was a wonderful thing to see them all get off and like they kissed the earth. Yeah, work and family. All right. And how are you doing, Marianne? I know we had heard from you. You wanted to go check out the, I have a, and allowing to low. Excellent. I'm sure your energy field is going to have a great shift in doing that. If you remember, that was what was requested, is for you to sit with that energy of Mother Mary. The qualities of that transmission of just having Gabriel come to her and let her have that information is magical. There's no other word for it. Ow. Allow. Okay. Yeah, she's learning to allow. You know, all of us are alive and we're here, but there's different pieces of us that need to come out and become forward for us to live in peace. Peace lies within us. We tend to have it like a batter of a biscuit in a bowl, and we're whipping it all around, and it gets lost. There is a truth that you can have a biscuit whenever you want one, and you don't have to go through all that stuff. And that's more where I think we're all looking to discover ourselves. You'll see here in my picture here, which is about my book, about my healing school, you can see the young woman's looking down, praying for help. And then if you turn to see it the other way, her face is looking up, allowing God in. Very powerful. So we live in this place where one moment we could be one way, and the next moment we're the next, and we're confused. Which is the way to go? Who do we want to be? Well, who are we? And where you all are on your journey is trying to have a discovery of that. And I do understand that. So I'm going to help you try to figure that out. And for each one of you, it will be different, unique. And Babaji's here. St. Germain's going to be here. Certainly Mother Mary doesn't go far away. You could feel, I'm sure, that she was a part of that which is ever where I am. And there is a embrace for that student of light that wants to become a part of the light. That is the energy of this channel. It always will be, because there's always going to be another canyon to travel through, another mountain to race up to, and then an ocean. to find a way to go across. So wherever all that you are, I applaud you, because not the easiest task. But I can remember telling my mom, it's never about being easy, because I had two brothers, one older, I was actually born on his birthday, and one younger, and they weren't, their minds didn't work. Mine was as sharp as a tack. I took after my father. And so everything was always challenging within the family. And I learned to be in the allow mode and to begin to understand, respect, and honor who I was. Because certainly my brother was large enough, he could take me and twirl me around. I was such a little thing. So we have to learn in life not to allow to let people do that, because we feel we need to have them in their life. If it's someone like that that's in your life, then you need to be willing to discover what it is that holds them there and let them go. Because you need to be the love you are. And if you have someone who's trying to tell you who to be, then they just haven't met you yet in all the love and the experience and embrace that you have to give as a human, and you can become happy. That's where you'll find your happiness. Any other questions? What I want to say to you is, I think writing how you're feeling every day creates a great book of learning for you, because you might begin to forget how you felt, what you thought about it, and how it motivated you. But perhaps by the 8th or ninth time you read it, and you realize your body's really wanting to start to learn a different way to manage things, that you can allow transformation. Because we have to learn to trust God and trust ourselves. So, yeah, setting boundaries, she says, was crucial for her to learn how to do. So, I'm in full agreement with that. And I have boxes of every day writing. And if I got to work and something disturbed me, I would sit and write, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry. Owning it would release it. And then I would not even remember what I'm angry about. But for those of you who hold on to that anger and try to make it something else, that's where the problem is got a hold of you. Instead of letting it move in a moment, you're holding it on and storing it up, and there it is, right to go back to a second time. So if you have experiences that are deteriorating who you are, own it. I am this, I am this, I am that, and let it well up and bound itself to where you find the love. And that's going to be the number one ticket on how you get forward and have your heart grow. And I love myself, for I am the love of God. I am alive and well. People don't have a true realization that it's all about your consciousness. And we're going to learn about that and how you hold different things. So, okay. Yeah. Mother's Mary's energy is so smooth, so warm, something you just want to go. And I realized this last few days how for a very long time I would go to the I Am Presence and ask every night that I slept with her in her heart. There's nothing saying you can't ask. Perhaps first thing that will happen on your journey is for you to discover where that is for you. And you'll just need to have your chart. I am presence in the center of all of it. And where she lives in her heart is just purity. So if you start spending your 11, 12 hours, 10 hours, whatever it is, and that energy, when you go and become the human, you're going to bring and gleam a lot of that back into who you are. And you'll begin to recognize it and feel it and own it. Okay? And that's what it's about. That's why we are here in the classroom earth. You know, we've all had hundreds and hundreds of times that we were human. Always different, always learning something different. And that's why we're here again, because there's something else we still needed to remember to heal so our consciousness can become pure. And as you do your writing and keep finding out what you're so crossed about, you'll understand why people are drawn to you to bring that up in you. So then once you are able to love that piece, it will all dissipate. And then the next level, whatever it is, comes up. It's quite a process and very loving, and we just keep moving with it. Setting boundaries, yes. We all had to do that. I left my family very early. Not saying I died, but I got married early, left early, started my own life with my husband, and I had a little girl. So now she's quite headstrong. Now, I can't imagine where she got that from. Sometimes I laugh when I look back at who I was. And she didn't leave early, but she has like 4 degrees. She's went to school until just recently. But very fascinating when we really stop to look at our own experience and then our children's and our family. It all begins to make sense as to what we're learning to grow, you know, and to help radiate the world to do the same. So let's see, where are we? I guess I'm getting along. Does anyone have a question for today? Because tomorrow we have messages. And I would say to you, from my perception, they are all beginning to want to help you get about doing whatever it is you need to do to have a greater evolution. So it's exciting, very exciting. And know that all those whom are around me and who work with me are all working with you. Excuse me, when I look at your list, that little red thing with the hard check mark, I guess that's what it is, or arrow, they all look like hearts to me from here. So, yes. And to all those who are not here today, we can all send the love of our group and our discovery that we're alive. And every day we are going to learn and appreciate more that life and living by becoming more of who we truly are. Oh, everything's falling. So I'm going to read the final part of this decree. Yes, I believe it's in here. Hold on. Here we go. You ready? From the point of light within the mind of men, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend upon earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And we have our own way of perceiving evil, or maybe we're so much light we can't see it anywhere. It's all a beautiful experience in the understanding of growth and where you all are right now. So don't forget, contemplate Friday, tell your friends, Friday at 11, right here on this channel. And we're going to reveal to you more about what we're really going to do and talk about. Saint Germain will be with us. And very, very exciting. It's a $30 donation, which the payment for donation is in the setup when our thing comes through. So you can go right there and put that in. And Marianne says, thank you. Thank you doesn't say it all for us. It says it's how it's meant to be. That's how all that we, Douglas and I, have done, will be doing what we've been asked to do. So, many blessings. I'll see you tomorrow doing messages. And have a great day contemplating more about all what we talked about today. Many blessings. Bye-bye.